Hi Rachel, I hope you had a great snow day today. Did you get to go outside and play and have the day off from school? I had my grandchildren for today and we went outside and built a snow fort, so that was lots of fun. I'm going to send you a piano lesson via video so you can watch this and you can stop and do all the things that I ask you to do during the lesson. So here we go. I'm going to also turn the iPad so that you can see the keyboard too sometimes, okay? So first we're going to just review some of the things that we've talked about in piano. First let's talk about our finger numbers. Remember, thumbs are always 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're practicing your donuts. And remember, I'm looking to see that you can make a donut that's nice and strong and round. No squishy first joints that look like that. Nice strong finger donuts that way. And you can wiggle those fingers. Remember our exercise where you're holding your elbow and you're practicing this way with your arm. You can also be working on the fly swatters, okay? And then if we go towards our piano, okay, we've been talking about playing our groups of 2 black keys. And I'm using fingers 2 and 3 as I travel up the piano on groups of 2 black keys. Up and down. Just like that. When you play, you look to see if you have a nice bridge in your hand. Are your knuckles higher than your wrist? And you can play and then drop and kind of like this. A weeping willow tree. If you've ever seen a weeping willow tree, their branches literally weep. And so we make our hands look like that when we come off the keyboard. Okay, and you can practice that with both hands. Left hand goes to the left, which is also, I'm going to turn the iPad a little bit down. When we talk about going to the left, let's see, we're talking about moving down the keyboard. So if we're going down, our pitch is getting lower. And if we're going up, what's happening to our sound? Is it getting higher or lower? Then we've talked about a couple things here. Let me pull out some papers so that you can see them. Do you remember we've talked a little bit about this guy? We've used our staff on the floor. That's our treble clef, and it also has the name the G clef because it curls around the G line. We have, oh, I'm looking for my bass clef here. Oh, here it is. We have our bass clef, also called the F clef, because the 2 dots are around the F line. We have a staff. Our staff is 5 lines and 4 spaces. Then we always have a double bar line at the end of our piece, and our double bar line tells us that's the end of this piece. We stop playing at that point in time. We have a quarter note, has an all black note head with a stem, and it gets 1 beat. So we could say ta, 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 or some music teachers say do, do, do. The other kind of note we've seen in our music is a half note, all white note head with a stem. It gets 2 beats, and so we might say ta, ah, or do, oo for this note. Then we have our grand staff, and let me get my paper out so you can see it. Let's see, where is it here? Remember, in order to be the grand staff, we have to have a treble clef, a bass clef, lines and spaces between the lines, and the brace. The brace holds it all together. That's the most important things that we've learned so far in our music. And then we've talked a lot about playing fingers 2 on black keys. So I'm using left hand. Let's turn this a little bit so you can see. Left hand finger 2 on the group of 2 black keys, then right hand. And you can practice 2, 2, 2. Then move to the next black key. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. So we're walking up the keyboard, but we're also practicing having our strong finger. Remember, our finger should be looking like this when we play the piano. You can even pull down the cover on your piano and practice. First, you straighten out your hands and stretch, 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 and then you let them pop back into place. And they almost come right back to a good position for playing the piano. And we can practice moving our fingers. Thumbs go up and down like this. We play on the side of our thumb. Then finger 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So you can practice those exercises. And then we've talked about, I'm going to page 17 in your book where we have the March improvisation. And this is where you could make up any melody you wanted on the black keys while I play the accompaniment. So I'm going to move our keyboard up, or our iPad up, and talk to you. And I'm going to play the accompaniment, okay? And I want you to then make up a piece on the black keys to go with what I'm playing, okay? Can you do it? I bet you can. So here we go. Ready, play. You can stop and back up and do that a couple of times, okay? Then we did Hungry Herbie Hippo, remember? We're using fingers 2, and again our strong, strong fingers. We play that pattern 3 times, and then the 3rd time we're walking it all the way down. So can you play with me? Here's our my part. Ready? Get ready to play. Play. Good job. I bet you did a great job. I'm going to skip a couple pages and go over to Ocean Animals. If I remember correctly, Ocean Animals on page 24 is where we left off, okay? And I would like for you to do a couple things when you work on Ocean Animals and Tundra Animals, all right? I would like for you to put down the cover of your piano, and I want you to tap the rhythm on the cover, so just like I do. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Can you back up the video and tap that with me? And which hand is going to play Ocean Animals? Can you figure that out and be a sleuth or a detective and figure out which hand is going to play? I bet you can. Then I want you to practice putting it on the keyboard. You find a group of 3 black keys and we begin with finger 2 in our right hand. So it's 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And you can practice playing all the finger numbers on the cover first before you ever put it on the piano. I'm going to play the accompaniment again so that you can play with me, okay? So, here, let's see, I'm going to give you a little introduction. Ready, go. Good job. And then we have a new symbol at the end of Ocean Animals. Can you circle that symbol and figure out what it means? It tells you at the bottom of the page, and you can, even in your notebook, there's a vocabulary section. You can go right there and copy the definition for this symbol, repeat sign, in your vocab. Tundra Animals. Which hand is going to play Tundra Animals? I want you to do the same thing for Tundra Animals. Practice it on the cover of the keyboard, and then you tap the rhythm, then you play the fingers, and then we put it on the piano. We begin on 3 black keys for Tundra Animals with finger 2 of the left hand. And let me get this down a little bit so you can see even more. Okay, one more time. There we go. So 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Good for you. Now, let's see what the next page is. Okay. Oh, Lion Paw and Roaring Lion. We're going to skip a few pages, and we're going over to Inchworm on page 32. Okay. And I want you to take a look at this page. I think we've talked a little bit about it. If you notice, Rachel, your music is moving up the page, and so that means that we are going to be going up the keyboard like this to the right so that our sound is getting higher. And our rhythm is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Can you tap that rhythm with me? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. And then which hand will play Inchworm? I'll give you a hint. Our stems on our notes are going up, so this means the right hand is going to play it. I'm going to run out of time on this video because it has to be shorter than 15 minutes. So I would like for you to take a look at this and begin to work on it, and I will be sending you another video soon that will start on this page. Have a great time in Florida. I'll see you soon.